All right, I'm going to keep my screen open like this instead of present because I only have a 5-minute cap on Screencastify and for the free version, so I kind of can't. Yeah, so I'm going to go really, really fast, and I'm so sorry about that. But acupuncture, it's a technique of insertion of, needles in the brain, and the big takeaway is acupuncture is that it kind of is physical therapy for the nervous system. So just like if you get hurt in basketball and you slowly, help the pain get better, this helps your nerves get better for certain points of everything. And there's a lot of different things that does help. So pretty cool. I can't get that to go away. The history of acupuncture is, it was originated in China. They would find things to make needles out of, where they'd use stones and sculpt stones and bonefish and all this jazz to make needles. But the main part of the history that I've learned was this whole energy of flow of chi. And basically, like, everyone has a chi, everyone has a yin and yang, and this yin and yang needs balance. And your energy and your blood flow and your life, it gets blocked. And that blocked energy is called chi. So acupuncture helps stimulate the nervous system to release the chi. That's how it originated. So more on the scientifically form of it is that acupuncture, it stimulates the release of powerful painkilling and anti-inflammatory substances from the brain. So it basically helps your brain release other natural painkillers in your body and helps you relax and kind of tricks your brain a little bit. I'm going so fast, but I've done this like 5 times and I don't want to mess up on time. And I'm okay. So what's the hype? As I just said, that helps with many different things. So like this puncture where it says T1, I'm sorry, I can make it bigger, but if you acupuncture this little tiny point, it will help with all these other tiny points and all that. So it helps many, many different little things, but the main one that we go into a little bit is cancer. And if you have cancer and you're going through chemo, it helps more. This is just a list of others that it does help. Next one is research and how does science feel. So of course science isn't very, very, like, oh yeah, chi, invisible energy. Yeah, totally. No, they're very slow to accept acupuncture. They do see like the differences that it is helping. But of course, like it's scientifically hard to understand or measure such an invisible energy of chi in the body. And Western medicine admitting that is kind of like, like it's not their thing. So, but the Office of Alternative Medicine of the National Institutes of Health is funding research to kind of go into it on a more scientifically part of it. Oops, sorry. Well, going into a science, they actually did a science test where 120 people and 120 people and 60 of them got 100 twirls per minute. And twirls is basically like the duration and the manipulation of the needle. That's what a twirl is. So one of them got 120 twirls. The other one's got 60 twirls. And the 120 twirls released were more effective. And I should have said what it was affecting is that they all had high blood pressure and hypertension. And the more accurate the acupuncture point was, the more twirls it helped. And the longer the needles were in those random individuals of 60 people with that had the 120 twirls turned out on a better blood pressure release. So there's a science test, pretty cool. Research for chemo, as I was saying earlier, is that it helps with the nausea. So this is that stimulating, tricking the brain, and it helps with cancer patients, and it releases the patients from chemotherapy, and it recommends usually acupuncture for pain. And of course, like the side effects from chemo can be like nausea, and it stimulates the brain to relax. So pretty neat. Another one is the sciatic nerve and lower back pain. This is all I thought acupuncture was used for before I started doing this, so this was pretty cool to learn. But those who suffer from back pain, same thing, certain points in the body, and it kind of helps the nervous system release those muscles and blood pressure and lets the chi come in. Of course, with everything good, there are bad. So you can see she's not doing so hot. She has some soreness and all that. But the main, what's not good is the infection. And infection is probably the biggest thing because it can go into organ injury because it could collapse your lung because you have a bad needle. And this basically all goes down to credentials. It's all about credentials. So, of course, if you go to an acupuncture school and you're like, okay, I'm a licensed person. But if that acupuncture school